David Millar. I thought you were a different David Millar for a minute. Looking for him. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. It's a pretty hard act to follow after that lady. My submission is for the installation of new traffic lights at the intersection of Gardeners Road, Breens Road and Harewood Road. I've actually lived in the area. I've stated in my written submission 16 years. In actual fact, it's a lot longer than that. I think my memory's starting to fail on me at the age of 76. It's more like 25 years, so I believe. But anyway, I believe that this intersection is the most dangerous one in Christchurch. Now that might sound like a massive exaggeration, but it is very dangerous. It may not be the most dangerous one, but I believe it's very dangerous. The reason that I feel that it's so dangerous, the main thing is it is a 4-lane highway, Harewood Road, 2 lanes on each side, and then you've got Gardens Breens Road. Well, you could say that's a 2-lane, depending how you look at it. But when you make a crossing there, it gives you feel very vulnerable. Just last Thursday, I was travelling with a friend of mine. He happens to be the same age as myself, and we were travelling in Gardeners Road and doing a right turn into Harewood Road. And when we approached the intersection, we were looking 2 lanes this way, 2 lanes that way, and then trying to look for a gap. Well, what actually happened was my friend who was driving thought he saw a gap, so he takes off. Guess what happens? We turn around and here's a car coming straight for us on the right hand side. And so I said, what he does then, he puts the brakes on, and almost it made the situation worse. Then he goes forward, then I said, come on, keep going. And it was very, and of course we got the old horn blasting treatment that you do. That happens quite regularly around Christchurch, and fair enough too. So we managed to actually get across. So that was a relief. The week before, it was on a Thursday, there was quite a major accident there. Quite a major one. The police were there. I'm not sure where the ambulance was there, but obviously it had been a smash up. The problem is, of course, is the 4-lane, crossing the 4 lanes, and then you've got the zone, whatever you call it, in the middle as well. It's just the distancing and the judgment. It is quite tricky. There are lights at Greers Road. Greers Road intersection, there's lights there, and they work very well. The thing about Harewood Road, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the Gardeners Road intersection, I think it's the only one that crosses Harewood Road without lights. The others are sort of roads that go onto it, as you may well be aware. No doubt you do know that. So it is the only major intersection that doesn't have traffic lights. The other thing I'd like to say, if I've still got enough time, I've talked about the accident. I'm sorry, I'm referring to this. I've lived a 2-bike years course. Now I think that's about it. Actually, I better wrap it up at this stage. And I'd like to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity of speaking.
Thank you very much. That's you've got 20 seconds.
Make it pretty quick. In the decisions we get to make, we always get information back surrounding an intersection like this. One of the pieces of information we've received is there's only been 2 crashes at this intersection in the last 3 years. How incorrect is that information?
Well,
to your knowledge as a local, I'm picking you haven't seen them all, you don't stand there day and night watching, but...
in recent times I've actually, there's been 2. One of them was reported in the paper as though it was an accident at Greers Road. Well, that was wrong. That's what I saw in the papers. And then this one, the just recent one, that was a definite accident there. So how many in 2 years? How many? 2?
2 and 3 years.
2 and 3 years. Well, I find that hard to believe, but I can't argue about that if that's the case. I don't know, but main thing is we'd definitely like to have traffic lights there. It's urgent as far as I'm concerned as a resident in the area, and I just hope that the council proceed with putting lights there. The other comment I'd like to make, the lights at Sawyer's Arms Road are fairly recent. They've been very successful. But having said that, I would have thought that the Harewood Road, Gardeners Road lights were more important actually and should have been put in before that. But anyway, they have worked pretty well, so I'm just hoping for the sake of safety that we get them put in.
Thank you very much.